Hey class, thanks for your patience on this double entry journal video. I've had a lot of parent teacher conferences and I hope you guys have had some great meetings about yourselves with your parents and your teachers because gosh, you are all the best except for you. Just kidding, just kidding. Or am I? No, for serious. All right, so I'm posting this video finally so that you can all do your double entry journals correctly because I've gotten quite a few emails of like, what, how, what, when, where, why? And typically we do this all as a class in person. We do it on my big whiteboard. And so I teach you guys how to do it, but we're a little different this year. We're all remote. I'm even more remote. I'm at my parents' house. Check out their cute dog. Adorable. I'd show you my cute dog, but he's home asleep. All right, so I'm gonna screen share, take us to Google Classroom. All right, so here's where we see everything. So you're gonna notice you're getting 2 new powerful quotes next Monday and Tuesday. You better do them. All right, they're really cool. I just wanna inspire you with cool quotes and see what your reaction is. All right, let's get on to the point. All right, so you're gonna open up the full copy of the text right here. All right, so this is posted in last week's work. You see it's remote week 7. All right, so I'm gonna open this up. I'm going to click on the link and oh my gosh, it takes us to the story. I love this book. Here's why I love this book. I've been talking to a lot of you guys about it because it is so relatable. All right, Ishmael Bey is a young boy who's about in 8th grade, so he's kind of like you. He loves rap music. I know many of you guys like rap music. He wants to be a normal kid. He wants to be in a dance troupe, but then his world is turned upside down when the whole country goes into civil war over diamonds. Now, our country hasn't done that, but we seem to be in a big time of like national crisis. So we're kind of like him. And then he loses his parents. He goes through trauma. I know that might be a little specific. And some of you guys are like, not me, not me. But some of you guys might be like, yeah, me, yeah, me. And it's sad. We've all gone through trauma of some type. So whether yours is specifically the same as what Ishmael's gone through or not, we've got something we can connect with Ishmael on. My goal for this is that we read this book, see how he is resilient through some of the worst anybody should ever go through. And he bounces back so that we can look at our traumas, whether it's us nearly dying of a disease. That's one of my stories, or it's having a parent's divorce, or it's as simple as breaking an arm, breaking a bone. How do we bounce back from that? How do we do that? And so we read his story so we can become more resilient. And then we can take the rough draft memoirs we wrote and fix them up so that they're a little bit more like Ishmael's final draft version. Not that we copy his story, but that we look at it as a mentor text and go, ooh, I want my story to sound like his story. I'm going to use the words he uses. I'm going to tell it the way he tells. Use the same outline he uses. That's why we did the plot outline. So some of you guys still need to turn that in. But now on to the double entry journal. This is giving us the ability to dive deeper into his story. All right, so I'm going to go to chapter 1 because I know some of you guys might not have started reading. All right, so in chapter 1, we get to know Ishmael and all of his friends and kind of what's going on in his life. All right, now for the double entry journal, I want you guys to do this. This is what makes a successful double entry journal. You want to have the story open and, oops, let's go to the right Google Classroom, and your double entry journal open at the same time. So we're going to look at next week's double entry journal, all right, which got posted just now. All right, you're going to open up the assignment. You're going to see, okay, step 1, evidence. The text says. So this could be direct quotes, all right? Now, I want those quotes to be related to anything you think makes Ishmael resilient, how you think you've seen him be hopeful, and how he is like you or not like you. And so with all of this, I'm looking for at least 10 things over here, all right? So what you're gonna do is you are going to go to the story. You're gonna go, there were all kinds of stories told about the war. that made it sound as if it was happening in a far away different land. It wasn't until refugees started passing through our town that we began to see it was actually taking place in our country. Now, you might just go and say, I'm going to copy all of this. Oh, and look, you can actually even like get definitions. All right, so I'm going to copy all of this and go, I've never been in a war. So this is one way he is not like me. So I'm going to put a bullet point and then paste that in there. All right, so that's the first one. Obviously, I need to space some of these out so that it works a little bit better. And then here's what I mean by infer. All right, inferring is, I think, because I read this, I think that. So I'm going to say something like that. All right. So because I read this quote about the war happening in Sierra Leone, obviously, let's spell things correctly. I infer that this story is going to tell about Ishmael experiencing the. All right, it's that simple. It's just what you think based off of what you've read. Now, because you want to do 10 noticings over here, I want some different things over here. So you don't just do it all on one. All right, so then you could ask a question. Why might All right, so that's a question that could start a discussion. So I really want questions that start discussions, all right, that help you go, oh, okay, so we could talk about this, not like, who's the main character of this story? Ishmael Bey, done, we're done. Oh my gosh, short conversation. We're all standing around going, crickets, 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 not what we're looking for, all right? I want questions that make people talk, all right? And then connect to another book or movie, all right? I could connect this to Blood Diamond because it's also about the African diamond conflicts and child soldiering. But I want you to try something yourself. Whatever you think is, this is similar. Maybe there's a dance competition in a book you've read. Oh, that's similar. And then I want you to contrast it. All right. Contrast it to your life. Be like, well, I was never in a war. You could say that. And then connect it to yourself and be like, oh, so I also love to dance, or I also love rap music. And you put that there. And guess what? Then you're done and you press turn in. All right. That's how simple your double entry journals are. If you have any questions, please email me or text me. Here's what we have going on this next week. No Zoom meetings. Okay. You are to read chapter 9. Do your double entry journal for chapter 9 and 10. So read chapter 10 on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, the video I was going to have you guys watch this Friday, I'm bumping it to that Wednesday. So that's your schedule for the week. Let me know if you need any help, and I'm here for you guys. All right, take care. Out.